as Andy said, and I'm with the Small Business Development Center, and I also work with OSU Extension. Actually, I do extension work beside business advising. So I'll talk a little bit about Oklahoma Small Business Development Center and how we fit in the community and how we help small businesses.
How slightly on?
Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, so the Small Business Development Center, it's actually an old organization. It's been around since 1984, and it's existing nationwide, and also in Oklahoma it's existing in all the seven counties. We have 10 centers statewide with professional.
Scoot over and a little back. Trying to get you in the
Oh,
shot.
you tried to. Yeah, with over 15 professional business advisors. All these advisors, they are of different backgrounds. Some are in accounting, some are in technology. My background is agriculture economics, and several other expertise that exist within the organization. So we help businesses across the board. Like I said, as you just had, there's a lot of expertise within the organization, and we help businesses across the board. And some of the businesses that we help, actually, we consider as small businesses, are business with less than 10 employees, but more than 10 employees as the next level we could be looking at, but mostly we'll be looking at anything that's less than 10 employees. More than 10 employees, they go to our next level we call advanced group of businesses. Now, of course, a small business, you will see it as less than 1 million revenue. That's a lot of money. But any business that makes, even if it's $100, that's also a fit for us. There's a lot of service areas that we provide here. Starting from importing, exporting, and all that, emergency preparedness and business survival planning, market dynamics, looking at strategic planning, things like even trying to get a sales lead, getting a referral, maybe wanting to know where to sell your products, wanting to know what the industry is in terms of the business you're in. We help with all that. Now, how we help, with the expertise we have, we also have a lot of really nice tools that we use within the advising realm. And some of that is based on the expertise that we are working with. In another slide, I'll be talking about who we work with. But a lot of the advisors, they are either working with universities or they're professionals in different fields. And we have special tools that we use to provide their advising. And some of the tools we use is like ID Swap, and that's a tool for helping in benchmarking. Let's say you're starting a business and you want to know what the industry is like in that particular business. Let's say you may be looking to manufacture, and you want to know. Let me use a practical example of a client I'm helping right now. Land surveying. He's doing land surveying and he wants to know what the industry looks like. What is the trend in the next 5 years, and what has been the trend in the last 5 years? So we go in and dig that information and help them really to see where the industry is going. Is it a good industry to invest in, or maybe try to adventure into? Trying to understand the landscape of the business, and also the operating conditions, and of course the challenges and risks that exist in that business. So with that, all this is basically free service we provide. It's not, it may sound a little bit too detailed, but it's all free service because we are anchored based on funding from the federal government through the universities and also through the Small Business Administration. Another tool we use is FilmTel, and that's for financial analysis. We just had the young guys here talking about their business and trying to get to the next level. Now, if you are looking to grow a business, you want to put in financial figures into your business to see how it will make money, what is the margin, what is the cost for making that business. So we try analyze to see if you're financially sound in terms of your business idea, or if you're existing in business, you're trying to see if you're growing or you're trying to expand the market. Are you sound financially to grow, or you need some funding from elsewhere? Now, we help you compare your numbers with industry-like organizations, either nationally or locally, and then identify strengths and opportunities for improving on your financial matters. Another tool or another opportunity is marketing, and that is using social media marketing or any new kind of marketing you'll be looking at. We have people who will help either to help you develop a website, develop a Facebook page, trying to get into online marketing and all that. It sounds a little bit like we're doing everything. That may not be, maybe someone like me helping out of the other expertise that exists within the organization. Someone would be probably helping you. If you talk to me, I'll guide you to somebody or refer you to somebody who will help you in that respect. Another tool we use is helping find geographic information. Let's say you're trying to put a business here on Main Street, and you want to start a bakery, and you want to know how much traffic is likely happening around Main Street, and how much potential can you get out of the traffic in the area. So we have a tool that will go in and analyze based on historical data to tell you how much traffic passes through Main Street, or you are maybe looking to do a building like a real estate property. Is it a good location? You can find people, what level of income the people in the area have, so you know what type of housing to put there for real estate. Another service we provide is business survival planning. Let's say Oklahoma is one of the areas, of course, we know we are prone to a lot of disaster issues, right? Now, we always think from personal side that businesses mostly we tend to assume or forget that we need to plan ahead in case of disaster. How do we plan for existing beyond, when a disaster strikes? So we'll help you plan to keep good employee information and contact information for your clients if you don't have that in place. Storing your data and also recovering your data. Think of how you can store your data and recover the data in the event of a disaster. List of your suppliers and vendors. You take it. I work with some small businesses. They know their vendors or their suppliers just by listing them on hand. Do you have their contact information? If your phone is gone or your computer, gets destroyed, are you able to continue beyond, the disaster? Insurance information, even recovering information to tell the insurance company about what is your policy number. Oh, let me find it. If your information destroyed, do you have that information? So we help you plan around that. So several areas of assistance we provide help is businesses or individuals trying to find capital, doing market research, international trade is another area, certification like 8A or Hub Zone certification will help you in making that application and also getting certified in any of the certification areas on SBA. The 8A and the Hub Zone, those are actually considered mostly, or they are more useful around SBA if you're looking to get funding through the SBA program. Doing economic impact analysis, and as I said earlier, also emergency preparedness and business survival planning. We do have special centers within SBDC, and The main international special centers we have is international trade, technology commercialization. And technology commercialization is if you have a product, you're trying to develop a product and maybe trying to develop a prototype and being able to take it to the market. We have a group of expertise or experts who can help you walk through that process to be able to develop the product until you bring it to market. Then we also have the emergency preparedness, which I've talked about before. We have expertise in preparing taxes and also accounting, and also in contracting, both local, state, federal, and also in the commercial side. We do work with a lot of resource partners, and as I said earlier, I work with the OSU. Actually, SPDC is the way they are designed. They work with universities and colleges. And I'm an employee of OSU, but SPDC has contacted me or contracted me to work for them in business advising, and the other advisors also in the same capacity, working with clients or customers in that capacity and utilizing both the energy or the resources that exist within the university and also within SPDC. So it makes a good sense, of course, to utilize that kind of relationship. We work with, locally here, we work with More Norman Technology Center as a partner. Also work with OSU Innovation Hub. I do collaborate with them. We work with chambers here in Norman, of course, the Norman Chamber, More Chamber. They are very good and close collaborators I work with. We work with the cities and counties. I work with the Norman City, with the Cleveland County. I work with a lot of people around here, and also, of course, statewide, the other advisors work very closely with the cities and counties. Federal and state agencies, of course, we do fall under the SBA, which is also under the Department of Commerce. We work with the Department of Commerce, Department of Agriculture. Like in Oklahoma, I work very closely with the Department of Agriculture, Food and Forestry. Obviously being agriculture, my background, which I also do the other side on extension. I do global food business development, which is helping businesses that are food oriented to grow locally. So I work very closely with the Department of Agriculture. Economic development organizations, we work with them across the board. Here in Norman, we work very closely with the Norman Economic Development Coalition. In fact, I do have days I sit at the NEDC office once a month to meet clients. Some of the clients they have in the NEDC. I work with them to help review their business plans and financial issues and any other issues they have. So we work very closely with local partners. Banks, like Andy, work a lot with banks. The funding side, especially loaning, a lot of banks do administer the SBA guaranteed loans. So we work very closely with them in packaging those SBA loans. And besides just the SBA loans, they also do their commercial, just the internal commercial lending. So we work very closely to help clients get prepared before they approach the lenders, so if they're able to get a better chance or prepare their loan packages to make them work faster and be able to obtain loans or funding. We work with professionals like CPAs, attorneys, insurance companies, and many others in the area, depending on how we find the interest compatible with us. I'll just give you a few examples of some local businesses that I've worked with and helped in starting or I'm still working with. Escape This Norman is one business here in town owned by Casey and Jody Pyle. Casey and Jody, they wanted to start an escape room business, and they were looking for help to launch the escape room business. And we were able to work on drawing up logistics for planning how to start the business, how to get it open, get one around. And as of February of this year, we were able to open the business. It's on 24th Avenue, so if you're looking for something to do with free time or wanting some leisure time to enjoy with friends, feel free to visit Escape This Norman. I'm sure they'll be happy because I've helped them. Another business that we have also helped in Norman, actually this business was here last year to present about their enterprise. Papa Odi's Kitchen, they were needing business planning, and they also needed market research information, and needed logistics on getting food licensing. And we worked with them, we drew up a business plan, helped them to get the licensing from the health department, and we were able to start the business. And right now, they're in the process of trying to grow the business, and actually they're looking for funding. Last week they told me they want to now start selling nationally because they have got some investors who are wanting to take them nationwide, so that's good. Another example business is Alpha Comfort Inn and Suites, owned by Kingston and Christian. When Christian came in, I did not work independently with them. I worked with other advisors within SBDC, and they were looking for help to do loan packaging. We were able to help them do the packaging of their loan and did their financial projections and business plan. And as a result of that, they were able to obtain a loan of 3.6 million, which was a SBA guaranteed loan. So those are just a few examples. Since we are funded by the government under SBA, we have performance measures that we're supposed to report on, and the performance measures we report on are this up here. When we work with businesses, we need to collect information on how many businesses we have helped start, capital accessed, job supported, number of unique businesses that we work with, contact time with clients, and also if they have increased sales. So we like to, of course, set goals when we work with clients based on how, because we have measures to report on to the government. Since we are funded by your taxes, we want to confirm to you, which is the government obviously, that we have used your taxes properly in achieving these goals. Now, to get help or needing assistance, based in Norman. My phone number is up there, and if you want to get help, it's all free service. All you need is get to the website, register, you pick the option of Oklahoma Cooperative Extension Services for the Cleveland County area, and if you want to reach us by Facebook, Twitter, or LinkedIn, there's your information. And with that, I will take questions if there are any.
Questions for James? Cool service. The only thing about James I don't like. I have to say that. Everything 99.9% positive is you've got OKState.edu. So we'll live with that here in Norman. So but he's a fantastic resource. I told him to say, come here today and say, this service costs thousands of dollars, but today only I'm waiving the fee. I only went ahead and said it was free anyway, but it really is a fantastic service. His skill set, his knowledge, the Oklahoma small business development centers around the country, just great resources. Sometimes I consider kind of the hidden, quiet support system that's for businesses out throughout our community, throughout our nation, that sometimes are missed. So use James, connect James to other people. He's really great, and the resources through that system are fantastic. So
And don't mind about the OKState, just this color.
let's color it. Yeah.
Just one thing to point out, with the many cuts of Norman and businesses and startups, like that's all fun. There's tech, there's things, and other things that we have. Like that's all fun. We love those things. But what I like about James is he's specifically focused on rural and agricultural businesses, so farmers, ranchers, other ag businesses, distribution networks. That's right, and James is going out. So might know, I'm sure James would be happy to connect with them and help them grow. Sometimes you've got a farm and you're making something or growing something, and how do I sell that? How do I grow it? How do I get this out? And that's the main. So, just kind of pitch for you. If you want to talk a little bit more about your specific focus, that would be great.
Yeah, thanks for the compliment, Matt. And actually, I try to keep those lines so that you don't get confused with extension, which is OSU. I do the local food development, which is really helping small food businesses that are either growing or processing or producing at consumer side, like restaurants, to be able to expand just beyond selling either directly to the farmer's market or the farmer's market, and think of how you grow that chain of either selling to an institution, selling to OU or high schools around, and even restaurants around. In July, we're going to do the first ever program of connecting local producers with the restaurants, and I'm now working with Scratch to put that program together. So we'll invite local producers, local food producers to come and meet. It's like speed dating with, for people. So the producers will be meeting with the restaurants and try to understand what is it they want for products, quality, quantity, and when they want it. So at least it will be more efficient to try and work with them that way.
When you say OSU Extension, do you mean the office that houses 4-H?
Yes, yes. On my last slide, if you saw, actually the address changed, and I put 601 East Robinson. That's on Robinson Street at the Fairgrounds office there. That's where Extension office is, and that's where my office is with the SBDC.
James, thank you very much.